Welcome to the Making Plays Convo with me, J1, head of hip hop for Pandora. This is the place you find out the plays your favorite artists, influencers, and moguls are making and how they do it. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any exclusive content.
All right, so one, thank you for taking the time out to talk with me. This is a Making Plays Convo, and we're just going to be talking about all the incredible plays that you've been making throughout your career and how you've made them. But I always like to start off, how are you and your people doing, especially during these times?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Grateful that that everybody is healthy and safe. You know, it's definitely been an adjustment, but for sure, I'm just every day I pray for everyone's, heart and soul. Right now, it's just such an uncertain time.
Yeah.
So I hope you and your family are okay as well.
We doing good. We hanging in there as well. But I appreciate you asking that. Well, you've had a very successful career that spans across 3 decades, which includes singing, acting, entrepreneurship, philanthropy. Obviously, 2020 has been a wild year, like what we talked about. But what were you working on before, like, the pandemic and everything kind of shut down?
I was working on completing the new B7 project that's coming out later on this month, July 31st. It's my first album in 8 years, studio album in 8 years. So I was really working on, just getting that to the point where I was so happy with the mixing and all of the things that it comes with that, to complete a project. So I was just trying to make sure that was right. Had no idea, I would wake up and the world would be a completely different place. And I kind of struggle with, I never want to come off insensitive, like putting music out, promoting. I felt kind of weird about that because, you never want people to feel like you're not, that it's all about that, because it's
Right.
not. Then I started to feel like, maybe people need music right now to kind of distract themselves and just kind of use it for an escape to just, because we constantly see, all of what's going on every day, all day probably. So we just need something to kind of pamper ourselves. And I just started to feel okay about releasing music at this time.
No, absolutely. Have you adjusted since things kind of shut down? What does your typical days look like? Obviously, we can't move around like we used to. So what does your new routine kind of look like now?
Well, I've just been staying in. I've just been trying to stay in and as quarantined as possible, because I'm actually ready when everyone says it's okay to really go out and do the things that we want to do and socialize. And I want to get back out there. And so I just want to be safe as much as I can until it's time for me to really get back out there and see people face to face.
No, absolutely. Let's talk about the dope song that you dropped not too long ago, Baby Mama featuring Chance the Rapper. I really like how you took the name that many times people associate with drama and flipped it into a positive message of encouragement and empowerment. How this song, first of all, how did it come about? And, what was the creative process behind it?
Well, I was inspired to do a song about my love for my daughter. Like I wanted to do a song about her. And then I thought, let me get these cool points with her, just sing, singing about her. So it was very endearing. She just absolutely thought it was a great idea. And I told her that I would do a whole take on Baby Mama and trying to change that into, a positive narrative. And, of course she's like, Mom, you should get like Chance or somebody on it just to, give it that extra oomph. And so Chance ironically reached out to me about another song. And so from there we built like a relationship so I could go ahead on and work with him on the Baby Mama song. And he just really, put it down on the verse. It just was I love the verse. And Hit Boy, he had the beat, and it just all sounded like a triumphant sound. And, I just feel like all single moms out there and just mothers in general can appreciate, a song that's positive about, their role in their families' lives,
No, absolutely. Like I said, it was a very powerful message. I love how you flipped the name, which has that kind of drama connotation to it, into something very positive. So I think it was beautiful. So this is going to be on that upcoming album, correct?
Yeah, Evan.
What can we expect from the project?
Well, this project, it's like I said, it's been 8 years. So I took this time to really mold a body of work around my story, around,
Mhm.
you know, personal experiences that changed my life. And I wanted to sing about those things. So I would say that this album is a vibey, um, it's a healing album. It's
Yeah.
something you can turn on and listen to from top to bottom and just kind of escape. I have features with Chance. I have a feature with Daniel Caesar on the album, and then
Oh,
also a feature
wow.
with my daughter. So,
Nice.
and then the rest of it is just me just bearing my whole, you know, my whole heart, just my whole soul.
Now, is this the first time you and your daughter are actually collaborating on a record together?
This is our very first time, and our very first song we ever did in the studio as well. So
Wow. What was that experience like?
it was mind blowing because it's like, this is my kid, you know. I've of course I hear her singing all the time. She's always, you know, in our studio creating, but to actually do a song with her and to hear our voices blend and to see how we just kind of, you know, vibed off of each other, it just was an amazing experience. I would do it over and over again.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I definitely look forward to hearing that song. Um, I think back, you know, you signed your first major deal like back in the early 90s. Did you think almost 30 years later that you would still be doing your thing and that you would expand to all these endeavors outside of music when you look back upon your career?
You know, at that time, I didn't know. I just knew that, of course, I wanted to sing and I wanted to reach as many people as I could. And of course, I didn't see myself doing anything else, you know, but that. But then to venture out and get into acting and modeling and all of the things that I've been able to do, I didn't see any of that coming. So I just felt like, you know, as I got older, I realized that there's a will and a purpose for my life. And if I'm just open, I'll find out, you know, everything I need to find out, but I just have to be open and ready and willing to do what it takes to be a vessel, you know?
Absolutely. What do you think the key has been to your longevity? Because obviously, so many of the people that you started out with or have seen come along since you started are not even doing music anymore, or we don't even know where they're at. So, what has been the key to maintaining your longevity?
I think staying passionate about what you do. I think staying inspired by, you know, the things that you go through in life and always, you know, trying to find ways to better yourself, better your craft, master your craft. Um, I just know that I'm one of those people that have been able to discover so many things about my instrument and just tried, you know, I've tried to use my voice in every type of way possible in terms of, you know, singing and music in general. Like I've rapped, I've, you know,
Yeah.
sang every kind of song you can imagine, just testing out, you know, everything there is to my voice. And again, just being open um, to kind of veering off something that you've never seen. Like there's certain things that you may not see for yourself that, you know, the universe may see for you, God may see for you. So you have to be
Hmm.
open to that. And I've been one of those people that have been open. So I'm down for something new, you know, especially if I can work at it and practice enough to be good at it.
Major keys right there. Don't be afraid to try new things.
Yes.
Absolutely.
To make a long
Absolutely.
story short, yes.
No, absolutely. No, that's major right there. I know you've used your platform to speak against racial injustice. You know, you've posted about Breonna Taylor and George
Yeah.
Floyd. In your opinion, what do you feel like we need to do to really affect change and get the equality that we're seeking?
I think we need to do what we need to keep doing what we're doing. I feel like
Mhm.
we are all it feels like we're all united. It feels like we are using our voice to make change. And I feel like there is so much change happening right now. It may not be everything that we want, but I can definitely see that there is change happening in a positive way. And I'm just so proud. I'm so proud to be Black. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
who we are. And I just encourage us to keep going, and I encourage us to stay positive and be the change that we wish to see as well. I think we need to really work on ourselves mentally, spiritually. All of that is all a part of, you know, changing the way things look.
No, absolutely. Right
And
on that one. So this is probably going to be the hardest question I ask. What are your top three songs that you like to perform?
oh, almost doesn't count as my all-time favorite.
Which one?
Almost doesn't count.
Okay, okay,
Doesn't count. Um, I like to perform "What About Us." That always gets
okay.
me going. And hmm, And I'm gonna save the third one. I feel like there's a new song that, like from the new album, that I'm gonna start to enjoy performing. I don't know which one yet.
To be determined. I get it. You got so many hits, it's hard to choose from, but that's smart. You leave that last spot for your future hits.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that. Well, I'm going to wrap it up on this question right here. Obviously, 2020 has been a roller coaster year. We've seen so many things that we didn't expect to see, but it's also been a time of self-reflection because a lot of us have been forced to stand still and kind of be quiet. Is there anything that you kind of maybe learned about yourself or life in general during this time?
Well, I've definitely been talking to God a lot more, and I feel like I am working on forgiving myself and forgiving some of the things that I've had to endure and experience throughout my life. And I think forgiveness is a way to let go and to start anew, to start fresh, and to keep your spirit as clean as possible. And that's really important to me. But it all starts with forgiving and loving yourself first.
That's powerful right there. It's so powerful, and it's sometimes one of the hardest things to do, but I think that's something like we all need to work on for real. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for talking with me. I look forward to the project. I can't wait to hear the song with you and your daughter. That's going to be phenomenal right there. And many blessings to you, and be safe.
Thank you. B7, July 31st. I appreciate your support.
No problem. We're going to stream it on Pandora. I mean, you're getting close to 1 billion streams, by the way. So this album probably puts you over the top.
I would love that. That would be a blessing.
All right.
Take care, sweetheart.
Take care.
Bye, Jay.